Hi everyone, I'm here with violinist Kay Stern, who is the concertmaster of the San Francisco Opera Orchestra, as well as being on the faculty at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music. Welcome, Kay. It's so nice to be speaking with you today. And you started college at Ohio State University.
And then I transferred to Juilliard, yes, to study with Dorothy DeLay, who during that period had been, well, she's an amazing teacher. She's not with us anymore, but I learned so much from her. I studied with her for so many years, got my bachelor's, master's, and I didn't get my doctorate, but I went through the doctorate years studying with her. Dorothy DeLay she said she could teach anybody anything. And she really could. Sometimes things were like a paint by numbers set with how much vibrato and weight and placement and speed and bow distribution and sort of it's what's kind of amazing. I'm kind of going back and forth in my life here, but then after Juilliard and string quartet stuff, I taught at the Cleveland Institute of Music, and I worked a lot with Donald Weilerstein. So his approach was much more physical and intuitive, and Miss DeLay's was very logical and constructed and detailed in that way. So I feel so fortunate to have both of those experiences so much in my experience. And that's one of the reasons I love teaching, is because there were some gems that I received that have changed my life with some teachers, as we all have, that we're so happy to be able to share and to open up students' experiences and minds with the experimenting of playing a phrase and learning how to make it successful and all of that.
After Juilliard, you went on to do a number of amazing things with a busy travel schedule. So, what made you decide to settle in San Francisco?
I think there was a concertmaster opening somewhere in Florida, and there was a teaching position somewhere, and then there was a ding, 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 a viola opening for San Francisco Opera. I happen to have enormous hands, and it's just sort of a normal fit for me, to do this rather than this. And the hardest part for me was the learning the clef, because the notes are such that I had to use the part of my brain to just figure out where to put my fingers for a long time. I actually didn't even own a viola. I had rented one for a month. Some friends had violas and they were like, no, forget it. I'm not going to give you my viola. But I rented one that I ended up buying for $3,000. It was a lot of work because it wasn't my natural language. But of course had an affinity with the sound, and I loved sitting between the second violins and cellos. We were like the rock and roll band. It was amazing to see what we contributed, when I'm usually, if you're playing the melody, you get it, but you haven't had to create it for somebody else as much, The line up here depends on what's happening here. You can make or break this beautiful thing happening, as you know. So, and you're able to create both sides of that. So yes, I became principal viola. And then there was a concertmaster opening. And I remember and some people were auditioning, would come in and play operas with us. And I remember at the end of a season telling Maestro Runicles, our music director, I left him a phone message saying, I'm actually a violinist. I've had some experience playing concertmaster, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't hear from him. And then several months later, because we have a long period of time from the fall season to the summer, about 5 months, 4 months. So I kind of heard from him last minute, really, do you think you're up for taking an audition? Da, 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 da. So we played chamber music, and then the season started, I was still playing viola, and then he called me up and he said, tomorrow night or 2 nights from now, I want you to play concertmaster for an opera that I had never played the first violin part for, because I was playing viola. Anyway, so I did that. So then we started the ball rolling with different kinds of auditioning and blah, blah, blah. So I couldn't have ever planned it. It's again, taking chances, not chances, taking opportunities, stepping into open doors. Um, so I became concertmaster. It was a hard decision because I enjoy playing viola so much in that capacity. And concertmaster is very different. So that's that.
Okay, I love your embrace of the winding road. I wonder how many other people can say that they led a viola section in an opera orchestra before becoming concertmaster. It's pretty extraordinary. So now we are going to hear you perform a couple of selections, starting with the Sublime Meditation from Jules Massenet's opera Thais.
So this is a very unique time in an opera where it's just a violin solo with the orchestra and the harp, and it's just very, it's a beautiful meditation.
That was such a sweet moment to get to take in. Thank you. The next selection takes us to a totally different world. Would you just tell us a little bit more about it?
Csárdás is a Hungarian dance, sort of. Um, Monty wrote this in 1904. He actually wrote operettas and ballets and all sorts of things, but this piece is pretty much what has survived. It is sort of rhapsodic and gypsy-like. It's written out in its form, but people usually ad lib a lot and add things. It's quite gypsy-like. So if you were to listen to a recording and look at the music, you would hear a lot of things probably in someone's recording that's not written. And I took many liberties in that. So it was a lot of fun.
I love that piece, and I especially loved getting to hear the personal flair that you brought to it with those improvisations. I miss your sound. I miss getting to play with you. And the times that you have joined CMS as a guest artist are moments that I treasure now more than ever.
Your commitment and your passion, your ingenuity, your creativity, your generosity is unbound. And I think that what you're doing is providing such intimate joy and satisfaction to listeners, to be able to surround you as you perform and to know you as such lovely, good people. I mean, the best of the best people and hearts. What you do is precious and needed, and authenticity and connection. And when people hear you, they're all connected with each other and they've experienced something as a group, which is phenomenal. I've played with you guys for a number of concerts, and I'm not in each piece. So I've been able to be there as a listener and just captivated and honored to be in that real, authentic situation. And I'm also able to see the people in your audience who are experiencing the same thing. You know, everything that goes into playing chamber music, and you guys are doing it so brilliantly.